What's good, everybody? This is Chris Nelson. Today is a breezy day. Last weekend, this past Saturday, I had shorts on and and on my book bag with me, and of course I had a shirt on, t-shirt on. For outdoors. But colder that Saturday. Afternoon going into evening time, it's cold. But yeah, I'm here today. I stopped by Morton real quick to do some business and take care of some business for Morton Summer Jam and also the Morton Juneteenth barbecue. I'm here at the park, William P. Jacobs Park. And guess what they're doing? They are finally renovating the park. As you can see, the workers over here, they're doing something different, something new. So how you doing, man? Chilling. There's something new right now. They already tore down some old trees. See, William P. Jacobs Park. So, they tore down some old trees that was like pretty much not alive no more. So the key word is, as they would say, was dead trees. So it's some forest right here, and they're building some kind of trail for people to walk. This is going to be redone as far as new equipment. It's the third, and hopefully this basketball court will be taken care of as well, in terms of like a new pavement. Every 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, this basketball court gets to be repainted and stuff like that right here. As you can see right here. But yeah, that's what's happening right now. They're doing a trail. And stuff like that, So, yeah, I'm gonna go up here. Usually, the 5th year is this year for Morton Summer Jam. But the reason why we're not going to have it here at the park is because, like I said before, they're renovating the park. And they started renovations last month, the last week of March. And now it's in the thick of things as far as the renovations. So as you can see, the field is going to become a track where folks can walk around and just have a pavement walking around and just to do their thing. I was gonna film this on Saturday, but I didn't have too much juice on my phone to actually really film it. But everything is gonna stay the same a little bit here and there. Just a trail, as you can see. Just a trail. Over here, there's gonna be a parking lot over here for people who are going to come over here to park their cars and walk. I'm kind of like a little against that idea, but it is what it is. I think they should have to alone and build a parking lot down here, a little further down there. But as you can see, this is where Morton Summer Jam is for the past 4 years. But like I said before, we're not sure how long it's going to take them to get done. So we're advocating to have it at Mike Social Field, rather than for us. Can you say it? To speculate and only hope that things will get done by the time July comes. We want to make sure that we have everything together and set in motion. So, and also it's about safety. You know what I mean? It's about safety. So, yeah, yep. So, like I said, I had to put this on because it was cold outside this past Saturday, and the weather sometimes ups and downs. You never know if it's going to be hot, like all last week, minus a couple of days, like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Of course, Saturday and Sunday. But it was hot and humid. Not humid, but it was really hot. Like 90-degree weather, hot outside, I believe on Thursday. And Friday was like, got a little cooler on Friday, but actually, it got a little, the temperature was in the 80s on Friday. And Saturday, the temperature was in the 80s, 70s, so it got colder. So I don't trust this weather. I do not trust this weather. I don't. So, but yeah, this is what we have Morton Summer Jam every year. But this year, we're not gonna have it this year. In terms at this park, at this particular location. I mean, but save the date. Like I said before, save the date. We will have Morton Summer Jam. We're looking to finalize the location at Mike Social Field, which is near the Morton Borough Hall. All right. Also near the fire station and also the police station. So, you know, that's what we do. We try to figure out ways to make things happen despite the things that's happening. You know, when you don't have the usual area that you want to have it at an event at, you got to pivot. You must pivot. So that's what we're trying to do, is pivot to a different location so we can have our annual event. So yeah, things have changed around here. You know, there are a lot of trees. First, they had goats here in this area over here. They had goats that was eating up all the leaves, all the dead leaves. I'm saying, and other stuff that was happening. I mean, and that was probably a couple years ago, right? 2024. Then last year, he was still preparing for different grants and stuff like that to begin the job that they're doing right now, like, you know, paving the way and taking down some trees. So around that time, 2023, 2024, they were taking down trees that didn't work no more, trees that was like pretty much just stagnant. And because over here you had all greenly, you know, all green trees. There's full trees over here, you know. But we still have our forest, you know. It's not like a you know, safari forest, but we have our forest nonetheless, you know. Yeah. Back in 2022, 5 years ago, when we started Morton Summer Jam, our campaign was about renovating the park. Okay. I sounded the alarm that year about doing something with the park. Also, before that time as well, I did a campaign, musical campaign about the park. So about twice I did that twice. I think 2015, we did the Morton Community Festival, and I think I sounded the alarm as far as bringing attention and awareness about renovating the park. And then at that time, I think about 2 or 3 years later, they had a ceremony at the basketball court, and with new hoops and lights lights for the nighttime. People, lights for those who want to play basketball. Put lights on. So that was about, I think, 2018, 2019, I believe. I think 2016, 2017, they started having, they got lights on the courts, and also, like I said, new courts, and there was a emblem, in the middle of the court that says M, for Morton. It was a red, blue, and white, and of course yellow for Morton. So yeah, and of course these trees weren't chopped down yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process. It's a process. It takes teamwork. It takes teamwork to do what you need to do. But yeah, we're gonna have a trail here, and that's just, like I said, the works of people in my community, and also my staff who actually helped me and helped everything to go where we're supposed to go. To bring the cause of getting things together. So renovations is happening, and that's what we intended to happen. So this park has been a beautiful park. Just need to upgrade it. I'm saying, we figured, since other parks within the neighborhood, within the area, within Delaware County are fixed up nice and right, why can't this part be? Morton was and still is predominantly a black town, but we have people of different cultures that live here too now. Back when I was growing up, it was predominantly black town, in this area. But just gotta basically take care of your stuff. You know what I mean? Take care of your stuff. And we don't always do that. Some people did, but we don't always do that. But it takes people like myself and other folks who care about your neighborhood and your town, your city, to actually do something about it. So again, I made some noise about it musically, and went to the Borough Hall meetings to talk about it, and I did all those things to help push the agenda. And now we have this. So I'm grateful to Morton Borough Council for making this happen. Yeah. And the residents of Morton too. Grateful for that too, as well, for them. Everybody who wanted to see this park to be renovated and to be brand new. This is more important. It's really, really important. So, of course, some people aren't happy about certain things, how renovations are going. You know what I mean? You can't please everybody. It's impossible to please everybody. But the idea, once again, is to make sure that something's happening, that you can improve something within your neighborhood, within your town. So that's what it's about. All right, y'all. I'm quit rambling. I'm going to go ahead and take care of some business. But I love y'all. Stay strong. And if you have a plan, an idea, if you have goals and dreams and visions, go for your goals and dreams and visions. And also work with folks that have the same goals and dreams and visions as you. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that you learn to compromise. Sometimes compromising is not easy, but learn to compromise, but have the same goal in life, and that's to make it to the top and make things happen and do things the right way for your town, for your city, for your country, for your community. You know what I mean? And for your family. I grew up here all my life, just about all my life, and I played basketball down here. I play football on this field and play baseball on this field over here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, right there. so now it's time to actually pass it down to the young people, so that they can have a good time enjoy themselves on a decent court, on a decent field. You know what I'm saying? Adults can walk around this trail and, you know what I'm saying, exercise, you know, something brand new. So, all right. Love y'all, stay strong. Go for your goals and dreams and visions. And peace.